how does a $17 offer turn into millions of dollars? Well, today I'm breaking down Ravi Abuvala's YouTube lead machine funnel step by step. Ravi is an online entrepreneur and the CEO of Scaling with Systems, where he helped his clients make over $25 million. Now, the big question that we're handling in this video is, how does Ravi get his clients? In this video, I'll show you the exact strategy that Ravi uses to get traffic on his offers, how he turns those eyeballs into low ticket buyers, and how he ultimately turns these low ticket buyers into high ticket clients with only 6 emails. If you can't wait to get your eyes on his funnel, then grab my swipe file down below and you'll see his ads, his emails, and his sales pages of Ravi, but also of many more coaches and entrepreneurs. All right, let's dive in. So first off, we are starting with how he gets traffic onto his offer. And the nice thing is that he is actually practicing what he's preaching. So his strategy consists of making long form video content on YouTube, and his purpose is to get traffic to his sales pages through his YouTube, but he knows that all the traffic isn't going to convert directly into a low ticket client and also not in a high ticket client. That's why he's also focusing on meta ads, so on Facebook and Instagram, to retarget the visitors of his funnels. So he makes sure that they become a low ticket client first, and then later on in the funnel become a high ticket client. Now, the next step in his funnel is pretty easy, and I've mentioned it already, but he gets his traffic from YouTube, the socials, and meta ads, and he guides them directly to the low ticket offer, the YouTube lead machine. Now, I'm pretty certain that his offer is driving a lot of sales, even if his sales page would be very shitty, which is not the case. But the offer is an absolute no-brainer. It's a $17 program. It's super cheap, especially for his ideal target audience, which are business owners. And a business owner who doesn't have $17 to buy a program that he will make more money from, that's just not one of his ideal clients. So the offer itself, if it would be on a sales page with just some bullets on why they would need to take that offer, I'm pretty sure that it would work as well. But he is going into the extreme with the sales page. Now, not in the extremeness of crazy stuff. He's just very extreme in selling his offer in a good way. And I want to show it to you right now. This is the sales page for the YouTube lead machine. And as you can see, it's only $17 with a normal price of $97. So you get $80 off. Now, his above the fold section does all the work already. It creates trust with the social proof. It taps into the desires of his ideal target audience, how to create one simple evergreen YouTube video that builds trust, packs your sales calendar, and generates high ticket clients on autopilot. And he's immediately handling objections as well, without posting weekly videos, being good on camera, using fancy edits, or needing a following. Because if you think about starting a YouTube channel for your business or for your own entertainment, then you immediately think like, but I don't have a fancy camera, I don't have the time to post every week, I can't edit. So these are objections that he's handling, because he's telling them like, you don't need all that stuff, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Again, his offer is right here. So you get a digital download with 4 hours of expert training. You get plug and play templates, and you get 4 client getting bonuses for only $17. So that's what I mean with the fact that even if he doesn't have a fancy sales page, the offer does the selling for him. Now, he's also doing a lot of risk reversal with the 30-day money back guarantee and with the social proof, because the social proof shows to the visitor of the page like it's not a $17 product that you will not use or that will not get you any results. No, it's literally stating here that his YouTube video that he made was so simple and ugly, but it brings him high ticket clients every month without doing nothing for it at the moment. So it's just a complete no-brainer to take Ravi up on his offer, but I want to show you a few other things that he's doing extremely well on this page, and that's obviously the social proof and the authority building in the same time, because he's right here showing some companies that he worked with, and you obviously recognize a few companies of it, like Part-Time YouTuber Academy, it's from Ali Abdal, Gym Launch is from Alex Hormozy, 7th Level is from Jeremy Miner. So those are very big names in the scene, and by showing that, hey, I've worked with these guys, he is giving a lot of social proof and he's building himself up as an authority in his field. And what's interesting to see on this page is the amount of times that he's repeating his offer in different ways. So right here, he is sharing what the offer will do for them. He's sharing the benefits, like this is what's in it for you. If we scroll down a bit here, he's sharing the features of the offer. If we scroll down a bit, you see after every button, again, he is stating this is what you'll get. Here he is really building the value of his offer with the 4 bonuses, and he's constantly repeating it. So it's just interesting to see, like, the page is pretty long for a $17 product, and he's constantly repeating like this is what you're going to get, this is what you're going to get, with some social proof, with some authority building segments between the offers. And it's really interesting to see, because repetition is really something that we need to take the step and to eventually buy the low ticket program. Now, another thing that's very interesting on this page is how he's handling objections. So let me show you. If we scroll up, then you'll see here he's immediately overcoming the objection, like, okay, what am I going to get exactly? If we scroll down a bit, you'll see that he's saying, how does it work? So for the people that don't comprehend, like, how is this going to help me get the results that I want? Again, how will it help? And here he is showing them, okay, this is a problem that you're right now having. You're going to see in lesson number 8 how it will help you overcome your obstacle. So that's very interesting to see. Again, will the YouTube lead machine work in my industry? That's a very common objection. Like, okay, I believe that it works, but will it work for me? Here he's handling that. And the interesting thing to see is that he is doing it in a super literal way. Like, he's just saying, like, asking the question that the reader has, like, will the YouTube lead machine work in my industry? And that's a question that I get often. How can I overcome objections on my sales page? Like, you don't need to do it super subtle. You can just really state on the page the question or the objection of the potential client that they might have, and just overcome it in the copy below, and just go down the page, handle objection over objection over objection, and eventually they'll get down to the bottom of the page where they can get the offer after you've overcome all of the objections. And again, an amazing place to do this in a literal way is in the FAQ section. So if you don't want to add these literal questions like, will this work in my industry, in the page itself, like, just add it to the frequently asked questions. That's an amazing spot to place it. And if you buy the program, then you obviously just fill in your give me access. They are doing a 2 step purchasing thing, because then he gets your email address. If you don't check out, eventually they can put you in a abandoned cart email sequence to make sure that you come back and purchase this program. And what happens after you buy the program, you get dropped into an email sequence. And if you go to my swipe file, which you can get access to down below, then you'll see all of the different landing pages that are in my swipe file. You'll see all of the different ads that are in my swipe file and all the emails of all different coaches. And in the scaling with systems, email, swipe file, you'll see that we have two types of email sequences. You have the YouTube lead machine email sequence, and then you have the regular newsletter email sequence. The interesting thing about the YouTube lead machine sequence is that he's not directly upselling you to his high ticket offer. The goal of the YouTube lead machine is to really make sure that you're engaged with this program, with this product, because they know that, okay, if they can't manage to follow the steps in this program, then chances are little that they will eventually buy a higher ticket program of us. So it's interesting to see that the goal is to only make sure that you really watch the videos and follow the program, because then you'll see, okay, what they saying, it works. If you take the action, you make a little bit money, you trust them, you eventually are convinced, like, okay, if a $17 program worked, like, how good will his higher ticket program work? So that's interesting to see in these emails. You can swipe them if you have access to my swipe file. And I want to go over the regular newsletter sequence, because when you get dropped in the sequence, you get into a classic 6-day, 5-day email sequence where they say, welcome, thank you for joining this email sequence. And he does a few things very good in this email sequence that I want to show you, because he is filling these email sequences, he's packing them with value, and he has a gazillion different call to actions in his email sequence, and they all have one goal. And that goal is to generate trust with the reader. So you'll see in the first days, like the normal way of going in an email sequence, if you get dropped into a welcome sequence and you get a few emails where they are generating trust, and then eventually the closer you get to the special offer or to the call to action, then the more salesy the emails get. Well, he is adding a lot of links, a lot of call to actions in every email, and he's not doing it to, hey, buy my high ticket program right here. No, he is adding all these different links to his YouTube videos. And if you've consumed some of his content, you'll know that he talks about the trust recession, which comes in his emails as well. And the thing with the trust recession is that he is borrowing credibility of Google, because he's saying, like, Google did this study. Let me see if I find it. As you can see over here, like, we've entered a trust recession, and you'll see that Google has this thing they call the 7-11-4 rule. And he's borrowing credibility of Google here to say, like, they did this study of the current trust recession, and he's using them to put himself as the expert in the market. And the study is that on average it takes 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations to turn a prospect into a client. And that's exactly why he's adding all these different links to all these different YouTube videos to follow the 7-11-4 rule. And that's what I really love about Ravi, is that he's actually practicing what he's preaching. Another thing that Ravi is doing to create trust and to get somebody ready to opt in for his higher ticket programs is share personal stories. So in his emails, he is using the power of storytelling to create a connection with the reader, which is an amazing way to really build trust and to build a connection. He's telling his story of how he made only 3K in his first 8 months of doing business, which makes him super relatable. Like, he's not a dude that started with a trust fund and he just got a business thrown in his hands. Like, that's not the case. He has lived the exact life of his ideal clients, and he found a way to how he can do it in a better way and how he can make more money, and that's what he's sharing in his emails. Something else that he's doing is he is creating a lot of different terms. Like you can see over here, the revenue roller coaster. Those are things that he's coming up with himself. And you might think, well, very clever of him. And it really is. And by coming up with these terms, again, he is stating himself as the thought leader in the market. Same with the trust recession. That's a term that he uses a lot. And I want to see if I can find some more terms, like a golden gap in your offer is again a term that he uses. Like, that is why we call it the golden gap. We've come up with that term because we know what it is and how to fix it so that it turns your offer into gold. And again, he is just packing these emails with value, storytelling, and with call to actions to free videos that you can see. So his goal in these first 4, 5, 6 emails is to create a lot of trust. And then when we come to the more salesy emails, like mostly the 6th email, then you'll see that he's just using a lot of social proof because he already built the connection. They know him. He built the trust of all the YouTube videos. He got all these touch points, and now he is pulling them over the line with social proof. So in his last email of the welcome sequence, you'll see that he's adding a lot of social proof to this. And the interesting thing is that this email starts as a story. Like, if you enter this email, like, you've got these 5 emails before where he didn't make a real call to action. Like, of course, on the end of the email, he has a little call to action, like, just schedule a demo with our team here, but it's not like, I am going to sell you in this email on why you should work with us. And he's starting this email in the same manner. He's starting with a story, and he's very subtle transitioning it into a sales email. Like, he's focusing on why they are the best and why it's relevant to you. Like, he is now stating the pain points of why you are making it harder than necessary to scale your business. And if you scroll down in the email, you'll see that he's selling you more and more to then eventually show you, like, okay, we won't just tell you what to do and leave you to implement it yourself. We can help you. And we've helped others do it. And then they are just showing that, like Charmaine, Kevin, Monty, you can call it. And after the social proof, he is just selling you more and more by, again, tapping into the pain points, tapping into the benefits or the desires that you have. And then he's giving you a call to action, like, if this is you, then I invite you to apply and book a call to speak with our team. And in the end of the email, he is handling the objection like, okay, I'm not sure right now. Is this the right time for me? And he's just handling it again, like on his sales page, very literal, by just stating, like, you must ask yourself another question: why not now? So then he is tapping into the psychological trigger of, yeah, but you already are telling yourself that you want to do it for a long time. You're going to wait longer to reach your goal, to tralali, tralala. And that's how he is turning a $17 into millions of dollars for his company, scaling with system with the YouTube lead machine. If you want access to these documents, to my entire swipe file of coaches, their sales pages, their ads, and their emails, just go grab it down below. And if you thought that this video is valuable, like and subscribe, and YouTube thinks that you'll find this video valuable as well.